Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. It's Monday. I'm knackered today. I'm just so tired. But it's the last week. Woo. And then I'll holiday next week. Anyway, back with another beer review for you. And we are looking at a German style beer. It's not officially German, as in from Germany. I mean, everyone's doing these little Oktoberfest ones, aren't they? I've reviewed one of them. I've literally just had one of the beers just to drink. But yeah, the beer we are looking at is a homebrew that was very kindly given to me from Rob from Bramhall Backroom Brewery. So go and check his channel out. If I remember, I will put a link in the description. But search Bramhall Backroom Brewery and you should find him quite easily. I don't think there's going to be many channels with that kind of name going on. But yeah. Check his channel out, go and give him a sub maybe, or have a watch, then maybe decide whether you want to give him a sub. But the beer is from him, and Rob brews his own beer. And what I've got off him, and this is the first time he's attempted this style, and I don't think I've ever had this style, if I'm totally honest. I really don't think I've had a beer of this style. So, am I going to know what a good style of beer this is, or you know, his version of it, or am I just going to be oblivious and just have to say whether I like the beer or not? But like I say, this is the first time he's brewed this style of beer, and what we are looking at, and it's probably too cold. I've literally just got it out the fridge and decided to do the video, so I don't know. The fridge is set about 4 degrees, so I'm probably wrong. Probably should be about 4 degrees warmer, but if I keep talking, it will warm up, won't it? Anyway, Bramhall Backroom Brewery's first attempt at a Weizenbock, and this is coming in at a whopping 9.6% ABV. Now, I've just had a 5.6% beer, so by the time I have this, and with me being tired, I will probably be snoozing in the back of the van before I put the third coat on. Now, you're thinking, what the hell are you on about, Baz? Tell you what I'm on about. Stripped all the stuff out the back of my van, just the wood in there. I've decided to paint it. Just using any old shit up that's in the shed, and I got a tin of masonry paint, and the back of the van is now looking like the Hofmeister logo without the bear, and I don't mean the black bit, it's bright bloody yellow. I don't know if you can see that on my hands. See, I haven't even washed my hands yet because I want to put another coat on, and funny enough, me doing that thing there, Paul John Tamer's just cropped up. Sent him a picture. I said it looks like the inside of his wardrobe because he likes his yellow. Anyway, let's stop waffling on. A big thank you to Rob again from Bramhall Backroom Brewery. Not sure what style of glass. I've just used this for the beer that I've had. I'll give it a rinse. This is very unprofessional and unlike me, so we are going to chuck it in there. It's a 500ml Weizenbock, bottled on the 14th of the 6/23. I'm going to have to move you again, Paul. I love you, mate, but you're in the middle of my review. So yeah, let's get it popped open. Just before we get going, a Weizen is a wheat beer, so anything like Franziskaner, Schneider Weiss, if you're wondering what a wheat beer is, it's very wheaty. It tends to be quite yeasty, coriander, maybe banana clove notes in there. A Bock beer is a dark, rich lager, if you like, fruity, malty, strong generally. A Bock beer generally sort of, you're looking 7% upwards for a Bock beer generally. So that'll be where the 9.6% is here. So I've given you the ins and outs of the styles of beer. I've given you the ins and outs of me duck's arse, if you like, or a duck's arse, not my duck's arse, but a duck's arse. So let's stop talking. 4 minutes in, let's pop her open. What's going to happen? Oh, that was a nice gentle pop there. So let's give her a pour. Wow, that is looking like a Bock beer for definite to start. I'm going to give it a swirl because I have no doubt there will be a bit of sediment in there. Look at that. I'll tell you what. Oh, just off looks, that looks one beast of a beer. Now, looks wise isn't always the thing. Can you see that? Can you see the sediment coming down the side there? There's like you probably can't see it now. There was a stream of sediment. Didn't get it all out. There's still quite a bit in the bottom. But if you look at that, Anyone that knows German beers knows that will look like a bock beer. It's got that murky, hazy, deep sort of chestnut look about it. I'm not seeing many bubbles go up. I'm sure there's quite a few in there. We got a lovely finger and a half of a sort of light tan head. It is going in on itself a bit, but it's a 9.6% beer, so it wouldn't surprise me if it did sort of go down rather quickish, but that looks like a fantastic beer. So let's dive in with the nostrils and see what we get. Okay, malty. There's a richness about it, but not a heavy richness. Maybe a little bit of chocolate in there, which seems a little bit odd. But I don't know, you do get a bit of chocolate in a bock beer. Not really getting a Weizen element on the nose. And the more I swirl it, the more I am starting to pick up a little bit of a raisin sultana dark fruit thing going on. Smells quite subtle on the nose. But let's dive in. Let's give her a go. So, Bramhall Backroom Brewery's first attempt at a weizenbock, 9.6%. Let's give her a go. Cheers, Rob. Now remember, I've never had a weizenbock. So I can tell you what each individual thing tastes like. A bock also, like I say, it was a lager. Drinks like a lager. It has a lager body, if you like. Now for me, for starters, before we get going, that's a bloody good beer, that is. And I will quickly say, 9.6%. I'm looking under my bar towel here because for the life of me, I can't see 9.6% in this. Right, let's get cracking. Right, Weizenbock. For me, it's got more of a body of a Weizen than a bock beer. It's that little bit heavier. Wow, that's fantastic. Smooth as you like, really soft. Carbonation is very minimal, very, very minimal. Would I like a little bit more carbonation in there? If I was going to be particular and fussy, I'd maybe like a little bit more. But what it does do is it makes it super, super smooth. It's really soft to drink and it goes down the treat. On the taste, for me, there's almost a richness, a sweetness, just for a split second. Then that Weizen flavour sort of comes in, takes over. I wouldn't say you get, what you get is a wheaty beer. You don't necessarily get the coriander, clove, banana thing in there, but you get a slight sweetness, almost like a chocolatey sort of sweetness, a sweet maltiness. Then the Weizen side kicks in. You just get that wave of Weiss beer. Weizen there, it was the sweetness beforehand. Again, the Weizen sort of taste disappears. And then you're left with almost like a roasted malt kind of thing, but without the coffee. And then it comes in chocolate. Now, they say, looking up, it says it's a little bit like a dunkel. Some of the dunkels I've had definitely have that sort of chocolate malt thing going on in there. This has definitely got that. I said I was picking a little bit of the sort of raisin sultana thing up on the nose the more I sort of swirled it around. And it is there, but it's very, very subtle. But for me, let me go in with another taste. The fruitiness isn't there for me. Well, saying that, just literally then, isn't there for me. I went, you get a split second of Sultana raisin bit right on the very back end. And it is just a split second. And you might not, it doesn't really linger. It's there, and you just get that little twang that you get from a Sultana or a Currant or a Raisin. Now, I don't like them, so I pick that little twang up. But, pardon me. Excuse me, I do apologise. But for me, it's not... I mean, the 9.6%, like I said, is nowhere, absolutely nowhere. Normally with a bock, it's a bit more richer. It does have a sweetness to it, a bock. This seems to have a little bit too much sweetness and not enough bock feel to it. It's almost more Dunkel, Weissbier Dunkel, rather than Weizenbock for me in taste. But it is a very decent beer. It's lacking a little bit of fruitiness. If I want to be harsh, it's still an excellent beer, but it's lacking that sort of rich fruitcake kind of thing that you get with a bock. But it's an excellent beer. 9.6%. Like I said, you could go through your house and there is no way you're going to find that 9.6%. It's nowhere. More like a Dunkel Weissbier Dunkel, if you like. But it's a very decent beer indeed. So, yeah. If you've had it before, if, you know, Rob only brews in a small batch. Let me just quick slurp, you know, as you do. But if you have been lucky enough to try this or have a bottle that Rob has given you, I think you're going to enjoy it, because ultimately, all right, not bock enough, but my word, it's a bloody decent beer. And that is seriously dangerous. There is absolutely no way you would know that was 9.6%. So, big thumbs up from me. Yeah, all right. If you're going to down market, not quite with the name of the beer, but it's an excellent beer. And I'm not joking. If that was branded as a Weissbier Dunkel, like Franziskaner, if you like, and put in a bottle with a proper label and everything, I don't think anyone would have any complaints. Like I said, if you've been lucky enough to get one, if you've been lucky enough to try one, let me know your thoughts, this, that and the other. A big thank you to Rob. I've gone on for 13 minutes. I do apologise. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.